What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always. Spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about: football, basketball, and boxing. Let's get to it. All right, so I want to talk about the NFL, the NFC North. That's the division I want to touch on as I'm going through the divisions in the NFL, giving y'all my predictions of how I think the NFL season is going to go. We're getting close to the start of the season. This is the last division in the NFC that I want to talk about. I think it's going to be the most competitive division and maybe the most exciting. And that's just because they've got some good teams in the NFC North, and that hasn't always been the case. The Minnesota Vikings, who have won that division from time to time and have been more of a steady team that you can count on in the NFC North to be competitive or a playoff contender, they are a team I expect to come in last place, maybe win 7 or 8 games. And that's saying something, being the last team in the division and only winning 7 or 8 games. Really sucks that J.J. McCarthy is out for the season. I was looking forward to seeing him. I think he had an opportunity to start there and get them moving in the right direction. I know Justin Jefferson is probably upset about that too, but he's still going to do his thing, I'm sure. They've got some good guys in skill positions in Minnesota, and they're not going to be out of the picture for a long time. But this year, last in the division. Third in division, the Chicago Bears. They're on the come up. Some people are saying they're going to make the playoffs this year. That's because they've done a lot to build a team around Caleb Williams to give him an opportunity to shine. Big-time wide receivers, O-line, guys that can get to the quarterback. They got a few things going on there in Chicago. They finished the season strong. And Caleb Williams, although they're comparing him to, say, Patrick Mahomes, I think that's too much of a comparison. I don't want to put all that on him. But he's the biggest thing coming out of college at quarterback since Andrew Luck. And maybe he can live up to the hype like Andrew Luck did before Andrew Luck left the league. Andrew Luck was moving in the right direction. Caleb Williams seems like he could be a winner and a guy that could change a franchise's hopes and dreams. So be patient, Chicago. Y'all are on the way. I think y'all could win 10 games this year. Don't know if that'll get you in the playoffs, but it's a chance. Second in the division, who most people probably got first, is the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions got a complete squad. Running backs, decent passing game, decent quarterback. I think Jared Goff's a top 15 quarterback in the NFL. He's a franchise guy we've seen lead a team to a Super Bowl and an NFC championship just last year. He's a winner and a leader. Played well last year, was almost in MVP conversations. I think Detroit will be back. They're going to run through a wall for their coach, good coaching staff. The Detroit movement, I'm a believer in now after what I saw them do last year. But Green Bay, I think, is coming. They showed signs of greatness last year. Romped the Cowboys in the playoffs. Now, I know it's the Cowboys, but Jordan Love looks like he's the truth. Sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for a few years seems to be the right thing. Green Bay's on to something here. Having these quarterbacks sit for a few years behind a Hall of Famer seems to be a good way to groom these guys. They got good coaching, good skill players, good defense. I could see Green Bay winning 12 or 13 games this season, being a top 3 seed in the NFC, and they should have Super Bowl aspirations in Green Bay. Will they get there? I don't know. Detroit has that too, and other teams in the NFC, they think they can win the Super Bowl. But Green Bay has just as good a chance as anybody, and Jordan Love could be a future MVP candidate, maybe a Hall of Famer if he continues to progress in the way he's been playing. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you're looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or get at me in the comments. Find me on YouTube, Instagram, X, and TikTok.